All right, hello everyone. We're going to start here in just a minute. The topic for today's webinar is smart highways and communications networks and how they apply to smart highways. So, like I said, we'll start in about 1 minute and we'll get going. All right, so I think we'll get going now. Let me minimize a few things here. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Um, so my name's Dave Geithner. I'm part of a central system architecture team here at Cambium Networks, and I'm based out of the Chicago area office in the US. What we're going to discuss here is a rapidly growing global market space known as smart highways. When I say rapidly growing, I'm talking in the sense of around $16 billion has been spent just in the US in this year, 2018, with a projected spend of over 40 billion forecasted over the next several years. So really a huge global market space. And now, when I say smart highways, at least in the context that we're using it here, it's really kind of a blanket name for a much larger set of related use cases in the transportation space. Examples being intelligent transportation systems, smart traffic controls, smart infrastructure monitoring, surveillance, tollway collection systems, et cetera, et cetera. You know, the list goes on and on and on. Um, so given all this, smart highways is probably one of those uniquely expansive markets that when you look at the massive communications needs required to implement the myriad of underlying use cases, and realizing that highway systems by nature extend across literally thousands and thousands of miles or kilometers, depending where you are, with varying degrees of tough terrain, harsh weather, many other accessibility challenges. Leveraging purpose-built wireless technologies like what Cambium's portfolios offers is truly a natural fit for this type of use case. In fact, as I think about it now, let me share with you, I've kind of been personally involved over the years with numerous implementations of Cambium wireless technologies in this market space. The smart highway market can literally employ every product in our portfolio. Perhaps that speaks volumes to how expansive the use cases are under the smart highways umbrella really is. So let's now dig into some of the slides that helps communicate this and give you a bit of a visualization of what I'm talking about here. So smart highway solution component, very busy slide, but really it's trying to encapsulate at least a majority, not sort of nowhere near shape at all, but give you an idea of some of the use cases that we're talking about under that smart highways umbrella. Things with Wi-Fi coverage, high-speed roaming, point-to-point, multi-point wireless backhaul and distribution systems, microwave backhaul systems, narrowband, video surveillance, air quality sensors, just a myriad of sensors that you find throughout a smart highway system. As I mentioned, traffic control, road conditions, signage, speed sensors, way station sensors, infrastructure stress, bridges. Again, the list goes on and on and on. Being able to leverage solar panel as an option, having solutions that are able to connect these various different use cases that can be low power when you're in those far remote sites, that's certainly important. Connected digital signage, automatic feed from sensors. Again, a very, very busy slide, doesn't cover all the solutions, but you start to get a flavor of what we're talking about here. So we'll focus into just a few of these things to kind of have a discussion on this. Connected experiences on smart highways. So Wi-Fi is obviously a very pervasive, not only in the smart highways, but in many, many different industries. Wi-Fi being utilized in your common rest areas that everyone's kind of seen as you travel down the highways, going on vacation, going to visit the relatives, grandma and grandpa, or vacation at a water resort, what have you. Rest areas connected in via Wi-Fi, providing security, providing a lot of different advertisements for local businesses, helping you navigate when you need to, pulling down maps or doing quick email updates, things of that nature, are all very pervasive use cases as you journey down your smart highway type of system. So let's continue on with that. Rest areas. Rest areas aren't necessarily always in very urban areas or well-connected areas. Oftentimes you'll find rest areas way out in the middle of the rural countryside where there isn't so much connectivity, and trying to get backhaul to that facility, that rest area or multiple rest areas can be quite a challenge if you're talking about a wired infrastructure, both monetary and physical. So leveraging wireless solutions to get you to connect in those rest areas, again, just one example. That could be multiple things. You're tying in maintenance facilities for the highways. You're tying in tollways for the highway. You're tying in infrastructure monitoring oases for bridges or things like that. All of this mission critical wireless backbone solutions is what a point-to-point or a point-to-multiple-point wireless backhaul distribution system can provide for these solutions, and does today. Video surveillance. It's the one application that kind of goes across many different verticals, even outside of the smart highway space. So some of the obvious reasons why you would utilize this, obviously to reduce crime highway, improve security, reduce accidents with digital signage, being able to monitor traffic flow, give warnings and updates by viewing what's going on with traffic flow for poor visibility, slow traffic, stalled vehicles, feeding into kind of a closed loop system of gathering information via the video surveillance or via sensors, bringing that back to command and control, and distributing out messaging or updates to the user community of these smart highways to make things safer, provide a better experience as you're traveling down these smart highways. So sensors, digital signs. So when you have, so most of as things have progressed over the years with these various different sensors or use cases that we're talking about, most things have started to become IP enabled, where they can now easily transition into an IP broadband radio solution, whether we're talking Wi-Fi or whether we're talking point to multipoint or point to point. But some solutions, predominantly in the sensor space, whether we're talking stress or strain sensors for bridges, or weigh in motion sensors, or weather stations that are along the highway, oftentimes you'll find still have some legacy, what we call input-output or TTL type services, or sensors or components, serial components, and you need something to be able to transition that from these IO type sensors to IP. And See and Reach, one of the products in our portfolio, is a perfect solution that helps integrate some of these, what we might still call some of these and a little bit antiquated or a little bit old school type of sensors. So again, road sensors, air quality sensors, narrowband radio connectivity is pulling it all together to integrate into the overall umbrella of smart highway solutions or systems. Comprehensive access and backhaul solutions. So here's a good example of perhaps a pretty remote solution out on the highway scenario where you're dealing with solar powered not only radio backhauls, but also a lighting system for this particular area. But being able to provide high performance 802.11 AC Wi-Fi solutions in a IP67 ruggedized solution, high capacity, fast roaming, Wi-Fi hotspots or vehicular coverage are a lot of where you'll find and what you'll find these product solutions being utilized for in this space. Ruggedized pole mount, solar powered, as you can obviously see, and a parallel microwave link based network to provide redundancy for the wired backbone. Easily provisioned, all of these networks being managed by our centralized CN Maestro solution, which we'll talk about here in another slide or two. Is really a powerful story. Again, whether we're talking about these Wi-Fi solutions, whether we're talking about seeing reach and I/O controllers, whether we're talking about point to multi-point for covering larger areas or point-to-point connecting down the highway. All of these things being centrally managed by a single solution is really what a operator, a Department of Transportation, or a Ministry of Transportation type of operations really needs to see and make their life simpler. As I just got done mentioning here, so cloud management services for the entire network. CN Maestro is that single pane of glass that is able to cover across all of these technologies that we've talked about, regardless of which ones you're deploying or which ones you need to implement in a smart highway type of use case solution. Easy onboarding, rich visualization, flexible monitoring, being able to divvy out different regions of your network to different maintenance facility people so that they're seeing just the area of ground that they're covering and they're maintaining, or their operations people are maintaining. Data reporting, rich APIs, so if you need to integrate into a higher order, more statewide or regional wide type operations network, CN Maestro can easily integrate into existing monitoring solutions, managers, so on and so forth, providing centralizing your guest access. So we talked about those rest areas along the highway as one example. You can centralize all of how what's being displayed as people log into your Wi-Fi network solutions at each of these rest areas, and you can centralize and change that and update or make it unique, all from a central CN Maestro solution. You don't need to go out to these various different rest areas and hand configure or manipulate them in any way. Everything's managed through CN Maestro. Again, whether we're talking about Wi-Fi, whether we're talking about PTP, PMP, or any of the solutions that go into a smart highways type network implementation. So we talked about this as we kind of went along here. Obviously, the smart highways deliver what we're kind of calling a quality of life type of outcome, helping with the connected experience for people and users that go across these highways, improved on the road experiences, both from a safety perspective and from an access perspective. Traffic management and emergency communication is key and essential. Obviously, as disasters happen or as road congestion occurs, either in a given peak hour or unknown because of some kind of weather event or what have you, being able to centrally and communicate that information quickly and expeditiously to help reroute traffic when necessary or give users an indication of what's going to be happening. That's obviously key. Public safety as a whole, accident prevention, reduce crime, enhance national security as we go across borders of not only states, but counties and countries. and new revenue opportunities. So a lot of times we'll find that as a Department of Transportation or a Ministry of Transportation is building out a communications network down a highway, you'll be passing a number of different communities out in the far rural areas that may not necessarily have very good access to internet type services. And in some instances, actually, the Ministry of Transportation or Department of Transportation can actually sublet some of their communication services out to these communities that it's naturally passing by, and now start to enrich the way of life for some of these neighboring communities, because they're now going to be able to offer broadband services, adding various different revenue opportunities and educational opportunities to these communities as you go by. Also, smart digital billboards is a revenue generating scenario where you can enable these billboards along the highway to be able to change advertisements or change messaging as you need be, quickly and easily remotely via a wireless communication system connected to it, and enable revenue opportunities for you. All right. Giving another little bit of a global view, or what we call our wireless fabric view of how this all kind of works together. The pictorial here hopefully kind of ties that together for you. A long-range point-to-point backhaul solution, providing licensed and unlicensed microwave solutions, tying that into a point-to-multipoint broadband solution, and various different, offered in various different spectrums that are available globally. Enterprise Wi-Fi, indoor and outdoor. Actually, the outdoor solution is very unique. Probably one of our highest selling solutions in our CM Pilot portfolio. Industrial IoT, narrowband SCADA, wireless backhaul for all those IO sensors that are scattered throughout the infrastructure of a smart highway system. Again, as we reference a number of them, weather stations or road sensors, ice conditions, way and motion sensors, so on and so on and so on. And then all that tied again to cloud-based end-to-end management. Easy deployable, an easy solution. That's probably the number one key that we try to employ whenever we bring out in all of our products, quite honestly. Secure and access communications, reliable and mission critical network. So being able to plan out the availability aspects of it, the reliability aspects of your solutions, is what we provide with the tools that we offer, things like Link Planner. If you go to our website, go to our sports site, tools like Link Planner, which is freely available for download from our website, can help you plan out any of these products that we just kind of talked about here, whether it's PTP, PMP, Wi-Fi, or IoT. Quick pictorial of solutions for smart highways. As I mentioned before, it kind of touches pretty much every area of radio solution that Cambium offers. A few case studies that we'll talk through, kind of showing some of the usage of this in a smart highway scenario. City of Chicago, prime example of video surveillance. So PMP 450 distribution network, tying in a whole bunch of security cameras, sensors, things like that throughout the whole entire Chicago metropolitan area. Excuse me. Network has performed for years and years in very harsh weather. Chicago has some very tough winters at times, as well as some pretty rugged summers. So obviously that speaks to the resiliency of the product solutions. Excuse me. Tennessee Wireless. So this solution here is connecting one of the most busy truck stop areas in this region. Also supporting hotel Wi-Fi, gas station outdoor Wi-Fi, restaurant Wi-Fi, video surveillance, on and on are those use cases. So another scenario where you'll see wireless solutions quickly and easily and economically deployed for a smart highway type of solution, whether it's large or small. Campgrounds, as you get out into the rural areas, a lot of people are traversing these areas for camping or vacationing or things like that. And not only supporting the highway system, but being able to leverage off the highway system to support internet connectivity and communications for those camp areas, those rural areas where you can't really trench a fiber very economically, is exactly what these solutions are able to enable for you. Another one, Palm Beach in Florida. Automatic license plate recognition, video surveillance technology, all pulled back to the operations center via PTP backhaul or point-to-point backhaul solution, wirelessly enabled. So we've said it time and time again here, proven solutions, enterprise class 802.11ac, narrowband connectivity SCADA solutions, leveraging C and reach, the myriad of different frequency technologies, wide area point to multi-point wireless access with our PMP 450 and our ePMP, long range point to point with licensed and unlicensed solutions that can do near line of sight, non-line of sight, or obviously line of sight type of implementations, all with a single pane of glass. All right, so finally I think we're gonna kind of wind it up here with the key thing, well, a couple different things here. So one, the Cambium Difference, things that we really tout about our product solutions with a cost of ownership, scalability, being able to leverage GPS sync across large areas where you need to leverage and reuse spectrum as needed, reliability, sustainability, and that spectral efficiency. Again, I can't speak enough about being able to pull down our free yet powerful link planner tool that's on our website that helps you plan out and these networks and see certain reliability aspects, what it takes to get reliability and availability aspects in these network links that you deploy wirelessly. All right, I think we've touched on pretty much all of these aspects. And with that, that kind of wraps up what I had to present. Let me check real quick to see if there's any questions, and if not, then I appreciate everyone joining the session. I encourage you, as always, for you to visit our website at cambiumnetworks.com, go to our forums. We're very active with Twitter, Facebook, what have you, and you can ask any further questions that you may have or like on those forums. They're very actively monitored by both our sales representatives as well as our development representatives. So if you have any technical questions about particular products that we talked about during the call, feel free to drop something in on our forum. All right, so thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a good day remaining of their day. All right, bye now.